Hello YouTube, we're back in the shop. It's a follow-up to the video I did on this 1970s Craftsman drill press. I decided after I'd finished adding the variable frequency drive and such that I needed some way of clamping my work down that was better than just clamps underneath the table and such. So what I decided to do is I went ahead and made up something that I saw on YouTube. There's another maker called Pask Makes. It's an Australian fella that made a clamp very similar to this for his drill press vise. On his design, he made a clamp where he can just use an eccentric on this side, and what it does is it locks the thing so it doesn't travel this way, and it won't rotate either, just with one clamping motion here. I thought about doing that as well, but I don't know, I was also thinking that with this long lever arm it maybe wouldn't be that secure, and you know, honestly it just seemed like it was an awful lot of work for what payoff he got out of it. So what I decided to do instead was incorporate another idea that another YouTuber had that I saw. What he did is he used one of these bicycle seat clamps like this, and I just purchased this off eBay, and I use that here with a T-nut that I made myself. Now I've got, this is very secure now. As you can see, the drill press is rocking. It's not going to move at all because this end is secured by the post, and this end has that quick clamp on there. When I use the drill press vise, I tend to make a divot with a center punch, and then I have my drill in the chuck. I bring the drill down and engage with the center punch mark that I've made, and as I've located it properly, I just clamp that down, and now it's secured and safe to use while I'm drilling. That's the plan there. There is somewhat of a problem here where I can't engage with like every position that I might possibly want on the drill press. I mean, if I would have a hole in this area, or you know, something larger perhaps. I mean, I clearly can't get over to this edge. But in that case, what I would do is I'd have to take this off and move it over to this other slot. Or the other choice I have, of course, is to loosen up the table and rotate it so that it would engage. I could rotate it to the right here, and then I would be able to move it to the other side. And you know, it's not a perfect solution, but it's something that I think it's going to be pretty handy for me. Here's a couple of extra nuts that I made. As you can see, these two are, maybe it's difficult to see on camera, but they're not quite the same size. The first one I made is 1 inch across these flats. I thought that would be the right size for the slots, but it's just too large. And so I went back and made a 15/16 across the slots. I've got this, as you can see, I've got this like extra long shank on here, so that when I push the vise across the table, it does so without binding. I mean, I guess there's a little bit of binding there, but nothing too serious. I think it works pretty well for the intent. As you can tell, my video doesn't have any editing, and the lighting is poor. I apologize for that. My skills in making videos is, I'm going to work on that some in the new year. That's one of my goals. So we'll see how far I can come from these first few efforts I'm going to put out on the YouTubes. Well, that's it for now, I guess. I don't think there was anything else I wanted to say. I guess the only other thing I was going to add was this is the original block of stock that I used to make the T-nuts, and I did make that with my shaper here. I secured that in the vise and cut the smooth the edges off. I guess that was out of frame. Smooth the edges off with the shaper, and this is a shaper cut. And then I put it in I moved it to the lathe to make the nuts, and I used this tangential cutter to cut that that neck on there. If you look at the T-nut again, you can see that there's a nice diameter there. I guess maybe it's not going to focus, but there's a diameter where the neck meets the base of the T-nut, and that's from that round tool I was using. Anyway, just a couple of different details that somebody might find interesting, I guess. Well, that's it for this video. Catch you on the next one.